Alright, so I've been spending more time on the forums again, which is always going to bring up topics. But somebody recently had a question, and they were having difficulty losing weight. And they wanted to get some advice, and they came to one of the forums and was just kind of throwing that out there. And my response to them, they had kind of indicated that they eat, a fairly good diet. I agreed with their food choices, looked pretty good in what they said. And the one question that I asked them was, or they had mentioned that they had competed in bodybuilding before. And one of the things I asked them was, how many times a week do you squat? And what does that look like? And they responded and said, I don't squat. And then they kind of indicated that they felt like their programming was good. They had competed as a bodybuilder. They knew what they were doing, and I think they indicated that they had mentioned that before. Clearly, I had missed it when I saw it the first time. And the thing that I want to point out is that if someone tells me I'm a bodybuilder and that's their qualification for why they know what they are doing, I'm going to immediately assume that they do not have any clue. And, if you consider yourself a bodybuilder, don't take offense to that. There are some great bodybuilders out there that they know programming, they know a lot of stuff. They're full of good information. But for the vast majority of lifters in the world that say, I'm a bodybuilder, if I ask them the number one strength coaches, the most successful strength coaches of all time, who they are, they will have no clue. They will not know their names. They will not know their books. They are not familiar with them in any way, shape, or form. If I ask them the most successful lifting programs of all time and what they are, they will have never heard of them. They will have no clue. They will not have any interest. Then brings up the third problem that I have with people that are claiming to be bodybuilders on the forums especially, is that they are coming to a forum with random people that they don't know, can't see, and don't know what their experience level are, and asking them for advice. I personally would never go to the forum and ask somebody for advice unless I kind of knew the people or knew quite a bit about them and had followed them and had seen that they had had a history of successful experience. And even then, just because they were successful doesn't mean that there weren't a lot of other factors. It's like, does their success negate any other areas or whatever? I don't want to get into all that, but just because a person's successful doesn't mean that the information that they have is good. A person could have spent 10 years getting to where they are, or much longer than is necessary, and now they're fairly successful, but that doesn't mean it's the best way to go about it. So, in general, when somebody tells me they're a bodybuilder, I immediately just assume this person probably doesn't know what they're talking about and probably is not following a good program. So I would encourage you, if you are taking advice from people that are bodybuilders, that maybe you should see what kind of qualifications go beyond that. Bodybuilders always know what their favorite magazine has published. They know, if you're a vegan, you probably follow like Vegan Health and Fitness, the magazine, and that may have some great information in it. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy it. You should. You should check it out, explore every avenue. But if you want to be a strength athlete, or you want to be a competitive bodybuilder where you are building muscle, and you know your favorite magazine, but you don't know any of the other areas that I spoke of earlier about the most renowned strength coaches and the best strength programs out there, then you have a huge imbalance, and I would have to say that your perspective is very awry, and you really need to fix that before you try to give people information. And by the way, I constantly see people on some of the forums that have never heard of any of those things. They know nothing about programming, and they are relatively new to weightlifting in general, and they are on there giving people advice on what they should be doing, and they kind of speak as if they were experts, and I can guarantee they are not. So this kind of goes into a long line of videos that I've kind of put out here recently, just encouraging you to take care in who you're listening to. Take it easy, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Leave any comments if you have them below. Good day.